That's like two.
Hi, I'm Catherine Rinaldo from Rinaldo Law Group. For the past 35 years, I've had the privilege of representing personal injury clients throughout the state of Florida. At our law firm, we are very concerned about the health and safety of our clients, as well as the public at large. For this reason, we have put together a video series entitled COVID-19, Personal Injuries, When and How to Seek Healthcare. Today, we have a very special guest, James Robert McWilliam, MD. Dr. McWilliam is going to speak on the topic of COVID-19, when and how to seek treatment for broken bones. Dr. McWilliam, it's so good to have you here today.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Would you tell us a little bit about your practice?
Well, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. That means that I treat broken bones and joints and ligaments and tendons and muscles. I work in Westchester County in New York, which is right outside of New York City. And we're actually kind of at the epicenter of the COVID or pandemic in the United States right now.
With regard to the pandemic, what is the criteria in which our viewers should consider seeking treatment for broken bones?
Well, broken bones and torn ligaments and torn tendons are kind of ubiquitous. They happen all the time. They happen at home, they happen out in the yard, they happen in a car. So they're going to continue to happen even if people are staying home and practicing appropriate social distance measures. There are some obvious reasons to seek medical care, and those would include an injury where the skin is injured and the bone's sticking out. That kind of makes sense. Another type of injury that makes sense to seek medical care is, for example, any significant deformity in the wrist or leg or elbow, something like that. Those things need to be evaluated and treated as soon as possible. Some of the things that aren't as obvious are, for example, knee or ankle injuries where you fall and twist your knee or ankle. I would suggest to you that if you're able to get up, maybe after a 10 or 20 minute rest and take a number of steps in the house, maybe you can seek medical care in a less urgent fashion. Rather than going to the emergency room, maybe go to a doctor's office and be evaluated there. By avoiding the emergency room, you avoid the overburdening the emergency room now, and especially in New York, where probably 95% of the visitors in the emergency room are COVID positive and they're seeking care for their coronavirus infection. You also avoid exposure to those patients and possibly getting an infection yourself.
And what type of treatment is your office offering to patients?
Well, we're either offering, it's on a case-by-case basis where we're offering telemedicine, so a medium such as Zoom, which we're on now, or we have our own telemedicine application in our office, or we're seeing patients face-to-face, and we're determining that based upon asking the patient his symptoms, her symptoms, what the mechanism of injury is, and their health status. So we're really trying to avoid seeing older people or patients at risk, because the more they're out and the more they're exposed, the more they're likely to develop an infection, COVID infection. And those patients who have diabetes or high blood pressure or heart disease or lung disease, they're much more likely to get sick as well.
Can you give us, our viewers, some tips on how to determine whether or not the clinic or the facility they plan on going to are safe as it relates to COVID-19?
Well, one would hope that any medical facility is going to be up to speed in terms of patient precautions, in order to avoid exposure to the staff or to the patient for coronavirus. But certainly don't be afraid to ask. Things that you want to look for is social distancing being followed. Are patients being forced to stay 6 feet apart? Is the staff wearing masks and gloves? And are the rooms and the facilities, like our x-ray facility, is it sanitized between each patient? Because that's really important. But once again, don't be afraid to ask when you call. And if whoever answers the phone isn't aware of what the precautions are, that might be an indication that you might want to avoid that office and seek care elsewhere.
Can you tell our viewers, if they're in New York, how they can contact you or your offices to make an appointment?
Well, our office is open every day, and our telephone number is 914-686-0111. And our website is Specialty Ortho NY, all one word, SPECIALTYORTHONY.com.
I'm Catherine Rinaldo with Rinaldo Law Group. If you have any questions for our firm, please feel free to reach out to us. My phone number is 813-831-9999, and our website is www.rinaldolawgroup.com. On the website, you can fill out any questions you have, and we'll be glad to answer them. Thank you so much. Be safe.